Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Season 8 of list reviews for Alpha League, done by me. This is going to be part 1. I'm going to try and do as many as I can. There's many lists again. Hopefully, we've got some sort of theme going with a lot of the lists. There's a lot of AdMech, there's a lot of Drukhari, so maybe some of the lists I can just start going, this is an AdMech list, and it's blah, 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 blah. But we'll see. Again, I don't know if you guys have heard, but there is a list for best name of a list. There's a list? No, there's a prize for the best name of a list, which I will be handing out at the end of the final stream. It'll be some sort of prize, so I hope you all tried your hardest. And if you tried too hard, that's also bad. So, yeah, let's just start going, because we're going to be late. Oh, I should probably just say a couple of things about this season. So this season, I expect that the playoffs is probably going to be AdMech and Drukhari based. Maybe some Marines. But I'm expecting mostly AdMech and Drukhari. Both are extremely strong codexes, especially AdMech. It's very, very hard to play into them. Especially if AdMech goes first. They've got like a 80% win rate or something silly like that. But luckily, this will be the final season of Sanity before we get Warzone Charadon 2, where AdMech is just fucking bonkers. Orc Codex, which I'm hearing is also fucking bonkers. So next season, break out those Crimson Fist lists, guys, because fucking orcs, they're gonna be tough. So let's just go ahead and look at some lists. So we've got 32mm Matt, which I can only presume is a reference to his penis size. His name, shit. His list, probably bad. Looks like he's playing Iron Hands. He's got a... Is this the right list? Yeah. I don't know why. When I looked at this earlier, I was like, I've been dead much, but it's the next guy. So he's got a Chaplain on Bike with +1 to hit, +1 to wound. He's got Tech Marine with something. Add up to the own side. I think that's a double healer, whatever the fuck. Who knows? He does not seem to have Ironstone yet, which makes me think this is going to be Dreadnought heavy. Incursors, Incessors, Intercessors, Aggressors. Aggressors as Iron Hands is a weird pick, I guess. I guess it could make it work. Invictor, Primaris Apothecary with no Chief Apothecary. That's going to hurt. Redemptor with Macroplasma. Vanguard Vets, only 5 of them. Vendread, Attack by 2. Storm Spirit, Hammer Strike, Eliminators, and a Gladiator Reaper. Okay, so... I'm trying not to be so negative on people's lists, but this is kind of shit. It's just fucking... kind of all over the place. I guess this is maybe what he owns, or he wants, because the Gladiator Reaper is a cool model. The Hammer Strike's also a cool model. That's where Brother Tinnitus works. Yeah, and this just kind of looks like a Space Marine start collecting and some other stuff. Because with Iron Hands, if you're playing Iron Hands and you're taking Vanguard Vets, you normally want a squad of 10, because their exploding 6s to wound really fucking pops off on Vanguard Vets with the reroll from Lightning Claws. And a Venerable Dread, I mean, it's got Twin Last Cannon and it's a character, but it's just not that strong. So this list is going to struggle, and this is version 3 of the list, so you know he's done some practice. I could be wrong. I am very often wrong with these things, but this doesn't look very good to me, and I think it will just die. Yeah, so, yeah. A Sentient Potato, playing Deathwatch, is going to be the standard. You remember last season where I had the Tyranid double Demon list? Well, this is going to be the same thing for this. Got Lieutenant Reaver, got Primaris Captain, he's got Tomo Vector Clades the Reaver for the reroll wounds. Primaris Captain, he has Dominus Aegis for a 5-up invuln, in 6-inch bubble. Tech Marine being a Tech Marine. Incursors being Incursors. Double Proteus kill team, they've each got a Vanguard Vet in them, so basically it allows him to combat squad the veterans and the sergeant off. And then this group keeps the infantry keyword, it's obsec, it can go through walls, it can fall back and charge, fall back and shoot with stratagems. He's got 3 of these, all the same. And then he's got 3 Redemptors, all with Macroplasma, and 2 Volkite Dreads. It's going to be a common thing we're going to see in a lot of the Astartes lists from now on is this, or some makeup of these. It's just pretty standard nowadays. I mean, that's standard death waltz, just probably do grand. But yeah, not very imaginative. We got Ebony with Death Guard. He's playing the Inexorable, which God knows what that does. Death Guard is just like... Remember how I hate Tyranids? Because all their stuff is basically just like named weird. That's basically what Death Guard is as well. He's got Demon Prince, he's got Typhus. Actually, is he playing... It's weird he's not playing... Oh, God, excuse me. Never mind. I was like, he's not playing fucking Terminus Est because he's got Typhus. Because that's basically the only reason I'd ever take Typhus. He's got 2 squads of Cultists, 2 squads of Poxwalkers, 3 Chaos Contemptors, all with Volkite, 2 Death Shred Terminators, Talon Man with Tollkeeper to give these guys exploding 6s, and then 3 PBCs, because why not? Very mech heavy, very easy to kill with AdMech, very easy to outmaneuver and kill with Takari. So that's where I think a lot of Death Guard lists are struggling right now. But the mech side is kind of interesting because it's not something I think we've seen a lot of. And I think it's because the vehicles just aren't that strong. Even with the exploding 6s, they have a good output, but they just die. And you don't really keep the PBCs safe because you want to keep using the entropy cannons, which is, I think, a problem a lot of Death Guard players have. They're like, oh, I've got these entropy cannons, I need to be using them, and they pop them out and they die next turn. So we will see how that goes. It probably do decently in the group stages, I think. We got Anvelton playing White Scars. So we have just plain White Scars, Primaris Captain, Primaris Librarian, Primaris Tent Marine, Absolute Mad Lads, 2 squads of Vault Assault Incessors, 1 squad of Incursors, Blade Guard, Tactical Warsuit, Primaris Apothecary with Chief Apothecary, all the good things, Double Redemptor with Macroplasma, Eliminator, Eradicator. So this is a guy who's, I think... Oh no, he's got Las Fusils on the Eliminators. That's weird. I was like, oh, this guy's playing for the AdMech, so he's just gonna start sniping out marshals and stuff, but looks like that's a big no for that. And he's opted for just the normal melter rifles on Eradicators, which in my mind is kind of a mistake. Heavy melt is just better in pretty much every situation. And a multi-melt in there as well. More expensive, but you can find the money other places. I do like how he's got 2 forward deploys. He's got the Incursors, and he's also got a Invictor. The problem with the Invictor is you cannot redeploy it. It's very hard to hide. So unlike Ultramarines, who can like throw 2 Invictors up the field in deployment, and then if they go second, they can redeploy them. Can't do that as White Scars. Very difficult to hide it well enough so it doesn't die if you don't go first. But if you do go first, it can advance and charge, basically get into anything at once. So pretty damn good. I think this is quite an interesting White Scars list, and I'd like to see how that plays out for him. Aggressively Memeing, playing Harlequins. Mad lad, who plays Harlequins? We got Shadow Seer with all the things that make everything hard to kill. We have a Troop Master that is a... is this the one that kills a load of things? Yeah, Twilight Fang. So he's a Killy Troop Master, and then we got another Troop Master, which I don't know what he does. Yeah, no idea what Prince of Light is. I'm not even going to look it up. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fusion boats, 1 normal troop, 1 Death Jester, 2 squads of Skyweavers, and a bunch of Star Weavers. Very old school Harlequins list. Don't know how that's going to fare into Drukhari, who just absolutely dumpster Harlequins in every single way, and AdMech, who do not give a flying fuck about everything that Harlequins do. So easy for AdMech to pop transports and everything in them. But against, like, Harlequins are still good. Yeah, because they're still really good into Marines. They're still really good into Death Guard in my mind. So yeah, I still think they've got play. And Sisters will just fucking dab all over this as well, I think. But But yeah, it's very obviously Harlequins are playing. They were like the big fish in the small pool before a lot of the codexes released, and now they're becoming like the medium-sized fish in the large pool. I've got Alex Eid playing Chaos. So it looks like we have some Slanesh. We've got Keeper Secret, Selexia Hellbane, double Demonettes. Very small detachment here. I guess it's just because Keeper Secrets are pretty strong beat sticks. I personally wouldn't take any big demons like this into the Admech meta because they will just dump 30 auto wounds on you and get you to try and pass 5-ups and you'll die. Just my opinion on that. Don't think that the big demons are that strong right now unless you can keep them safe. Or if you're playing Great Unclean ones, they kind of survive a bit longer because of the 5-up Feel No Pain. Then we've got Vanguard of Empress Children, we've got a Disco Lord, Sorcerer, Chaos Cultist, Double Decimator with Soulbird of Petards, Pig Squad Terminators, Warp Talons, Chaos Rapier. Okay, this kind of seems to me a lot like an Australian meta list you'd see. The double Soulburn of Petards are really strong if you get to shoot them. When you get to shoot them, they do a lot of damage, and then they die. If you don't get to shoot them, they will just die. They're pretty crappy platforms with 2 really good guns, and it's hard to make them work, I think. They're too reliant on the opponent making a mistake, in my opinion. And then the 2 quad heavy bolters, strange pick, I guess. It's just a good volume of fire weapon to put down range, but the range limitation is not great. Okay, so let's look at a Magic playing Space Puppies. Oh my god, if he has taken Santa on sled, I bet he hasn't actually. I guarantee he hasn't, because he was so shit last season. Terrible. So we'll see. Captain on Bike with Frost Claws. He's going to be a Warrior of Legend to do extra things. Got Najal Stormcaller, who is just a really good caster, and the Space Wolf powers are just really good. Murderous Hurricane and Stormcaller, really good. And then we got a Chaplain with Canticle of Hate for rerolls and Litany of Faith for the Fight Up Feel No Pain? Question mark? Litany of... Canticle of Hate is +2 to charge. Litany of Faith is Fight Up Feel No Pain. Strange pick, actually. I wonder if he's worried about Admech Mortal Wound bombs. Like, from the bombers. Which is fair enough, because losing, like, 2 Vanguard vets in the movement phase hurts. So let's see the rest of it. We've got Assault Intercessors, Double Incursor, Blade Guard, 3 Redemptors, bunch of Wolf Guard, Cyber Wolves. Yeah, so I'd say he's worried about mortal wounds, especially on the Dreadnoughts, because 3 Admech Bombers will do, like, 8-9 mortal wounds to Dreads. And that's a lot to lose in the movement phase before anything's shot. It's hard to, like, recover from that. And, like, a bunch of Wolf Guard, 3 Bombers will kill, like, 3 or 4 of them. Which, again, in the movement phase, it doesn't seem like a lot, but then that's only in the movement phase. For free, basically. So yeah, I can see why you'd take the 5-up Feel No Pain to Mortal Wounds. I think a lot of people will start taking that. So yeah, that's a fairly good Space Wolf list. No Santa, so it's instantly better than his last season. Anjin playing Blood Angels. We have Company Vets, Librarian with Blood Angels powers, which do something probably. Chapter Master, which does things. Sanguinary Priest, which also does things. 3 Salt Intercessors, Blade Guard, Judiciar, and a bunch of Sanguinary Guard, and then Attack Bikes, and Pulsars. And this is where the point we get to in the list reviews, where I go, isn't this just better as White Scars? And the answer is yes. These could just be Vanguard Vets, which are better as White Scars. These are better as White Scars because they can advance and fire for 1 CP. Blade Guard Vets better as White Scars. All these better as White Scars. The only thing... I mean, Sanguinary Priest better as White Scars as well because he's cheaper. The only thing is he has got a jump pack. I honestly don't see any reason to play Blood Angels over White Scars. That's just me. They just seem worse in every way. Blood Angels are an inferior Forge World Riser. So yeah, against inexperienced players, Blood Angels can always do well because they're very hard hitting, and it's hard to recover if you fuck up. But against good players, probably not that great. Anti-Realist playing Drukhari. We have Cult Strife, obviously. Double Succubus. One's a Murder Succubus. The other is also a Murder Succubus because you can do that for some reason. 3 squads of Witches. All Adrenalite, which is the +2 movement. Question mark. Maybe your +1 attack. Who knows? Patrol of Blackheart with an Archon. Trueborn with all the big guns. 2 squads Cabalites. And then another patrol of Dark Creed with Drazar Rax. 2 squads of Incubi. Scourges. All with Shredders. Another Scourges. All with Blasters. And then all these raiders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so he's got all these raiders and he's kitted them out to the 9s. He's got chain snares, he's got grizzly trophies, he's got phantasm grenade launchers, he's even got shock powers on one. And this is a fucking load of points to put into raiders. And I mean, that's like 600, almost 700 points in raiders alone. And fairly easy to kill, especially with a lot of the armies nowadays are set up in such a way where they can kill it quite easily. But it's Drukhari, it'll probably be absolutely fine, just because it can just absolutely murderize anything that you put in its way. Arc playing Deathwatch is going to be exactly the same list that we see before. Captain, he has Dominus Aegis, obviously. Lieutenant, I can't remember what this is, but I think it's Ignore Cover. I think that's the Ignore Cover relic. And a Tech Marine with Toma Exclades for reroll wounds. And then we've got Proteus Kill Team, Proteus Kill Team, Proteus Kill Team. Exactly the same setup as we've seen, but instead of Bikers, he's taking all Vanguard Vets. It's 6.5 a dozen. Bikers are slightly better, I think, because they have gun. And they are bigger bases. I don't know. 3 Redemptor, double Contemptor, and then another Contemptor with a melee weapon. What a madman. Did he really not have 5 points so he could take 3 Relic Contemptors? That seems like a mistake. Like, you would just be like, okay, I'll lose a Storm Shield on a guy. Or a Storm Shield on a couple of guys. Or don't take a Primaris Tech Marine, you just take a normal Tech Marine. And then you can take double volkite. Strange list. These Deathwatch players just don't know what they're doing. Argentorium playing Drukhari. Cult Strife. Archon. Wait, what? A Brigade. What? Oh, it's Real Space Raid, of course. Jesus Christ, I was like, what the fuck's going on here? It's a Real Space Raid. Okay. I don't think we had a single Real Space Raid last season, did we? I don't think so. So we have an Archon, we've got Drazar, we've got Homunculus, and we've got Succubus. We've got Hextrix, Bloodbride, Trueborn, Rax, Witches. We have a Beastmaster for some strange reason. Double Incubi. 9 Hellions. Some beastie things. 4 Scourges, all with short carbines. And then 3 individual Chronoses. And 5 Raiders. 3 stock. 2 are Grizzly trophied up. Kind of strange. Don't think I've ever seen. I've never seen, and you notice all his characters are all melee characters. The Archon's got a Gym Blade, an Ancient Evil for reroll everything. Homunculus, I think that's the Homunculus that heals stuff, I think. Succubus just murders things, Drazar kills things. So it's a very killy list. I don't think I've ever seen a Real Space Raid list work, because patrols are just better? I'm not 100% sure what Real Space Raid gives you over anything else, apart from the Archon giving reroll 1s to, like, Bloodbrides and shit. So that's kind of interesting list, actually. I'm very interested to see how a real space raid actually works in game. Like how well it does. So we'll see. We'll see. Bashpan playing Adeptus Mechanicus already with a win under his belt. We got Lucius, he's got a bunch of extra things. We have Martial, Engineer, Manipulus. The Marshal's got the reroll ones to hit and wound. He's got the Warlord trait for fallback and shoot on one unit. The Tech Priest Engineer is Logi, so he can make people ignore AP 1 and 2. He's got the Solar Flare, so he can teleport about. Personally, I think this is the wrong way around. I think Artisan should be here. Because you want to make this guy your buff boat. In my mind, anyway. And then the Manipulus has the Artisans, the Raiment of Tetramartyr for ignore penalty, and then he's got Luminant Blessing for transhuman. So you want to put all your defensive buffs on one guy, I think, because then you want to be able to every turn put it on a group and send them out to absorb damage. Whereas this engine's here, the ignore AP 1 and 2 goes with the Solar Flare unit, and then kind of isn't used for the rest of the game. In my mind, that's less useful. He's got three squads of Rangers. Oh, excuse me. All with Omnispecs. And a squad of Vanguard with Omnispecs. 2 main squads of Infiltrators. Big squad of Ballistari with las cannons. 2 Scorpius Disintegrators. 2 Fusiliers. I don't know about taking Disintegrators anymore. They're kind of garbo. I think those 300-ish points would be better spent on other stuff. More Scarans, because Scarans are fucking mental. Scarans are, like, probably one of the most broken things in the game right now. Oh, and this Ranger squad's got the super cover as well. But yeah, Scarans are... people are sleeping on them because they're fucking really strong. And I think these Scorpiuses don't really do anything. Because you can only give one of them +1 a hit. But it's Agmech, so it'll probably just win the entire event. Blamrazar playing Chaos. So we got Lord of Change. He's got Impossible Robe and all the other things. He has the Impossible Robe, but he does not have the other thing that makes him super strong, because he's not the Warlord. I can't remember what that is, -1 to wound or something like that. It's been a long time since I played that list. But the Impossible Robe gives him a 3-up, invulnerable. But he has a bunch of other buffs he can get if he's the Warlord. I actually think the Impossible Robe doesn't do that if he's not the Warlord. God, it's been so long since I played it. Demons. He's got a small squad of Horrors, Flamers, and then he's got Cult Magic, Exalt Sorcerer, and another Exalt Sorcerer on a spin disc. Cultists, Terminators, Chaos Rapier with Quad Heavy Bolter, Laser Destroyer, absolutely crazy man, and he's got a Hell Drake, and then he's got Super Heavy with Chaos Knights. This is kind of fucking all over the place. I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? How does this list even work? God damn, I haven't been reading any list names. I don't think there has been any good ones up till now. Fuck, how does this list even work? It just seems like all over the place. Like, what the fuck's the point in the demon detachment? God, I'm so confused. Stop confusing me. Right, let's go back and look at list names, shall we? Boring, because he's an Adamic player. Boring. 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 On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Boring. P.A. Hughes Dally. Who the fuck knows what that means? Boring, I'm gonna say. boring. Boring, and I know the last one's boring. God, you guys suck. You guys really suck. Okay, Bridge Burner with Tau. No name. You suck. Viorla, they do something cool with Breacher teams, I think. Something like that. Gives them, like, massive amount of firepower or something. Some random guy, Commander in a Cold Star with Missile Pods. This is gonna be Missile Pod spell, isn't it? Breacher team, Guardian Drones. A bunch of stealth suits with burst cannons. Pathfinders, Devilfish, and a patrol of, Satya. Cadre Commander, Strike Team, Big Riptide, he's got the Iron Accelerator, and that's the relic thing as well, so he's got a relic at least. He's got Fusion Blasters instead of Missile? No. So, they can take Fusion Blasters instead of what? I don't know. Vespid, no ATS on this guy. I don't think you need it when you've got the Ion, do you? No. Sunsharp Bomber, absolute mad lad. 2 Remoras, because why not, and a Devilfish. Kind of a weird list. I don't know enough about Tau to, like, say it's shit, but it looks shit. Yeah. Can't be too hard on it. Sure it's grand. Botton's playing White Scars. A lot of people playing White Scars. I think people are starting to realize they're quite strong. No name, you suck. Got Cannon Bike. I don't know. Cannon Bikes are cheap, but they're not as good as Captain on Bikes. With the Wrath of Heavens, you can do basically the same thing. Or you can give the Wrath of Heavens to your Primus Chaplain and be an absolute mad lad. Libby with the good psychic powers. The White Scar psychic powers are actually fairly decent. He's got Plume the Plains Runner and a jump pack, so he can keep up with anything. Chaplain with the +1 to wound and a Master of Strength, which buffs himself. Benediction of Fury is the relic bonker. I don't know if it's still good to this day. I guess it is, kind of. Chigorian Storm gives him D3 extra attacks when he charges. Imperium Sword gives him all the Imperium Sword stuff. So yeah, I mean, this guy's fairly like punchy. He's like a bit of a bonker. But I think you would have been better investing a lot of this stuff into a captain on bike as White Scars. With the Wrath of Heavens, probably just better. Cannon Bike sucks because of the D3 damage. D3 damage just... the spear is just shite. One squad of Assault Sisters, Incursor, and a Tactical Squad. Double volkite Contemptor. 3 squads of Vanguard Vets. They are only 5-mans. I think it's better if you just make one of these guys a 10-man and then combat squad it if you need to, because a 10-man Vanguard Vet Squadron can be very, very helpful sometimes. So having the ability to combat squad it if you need to is pretty important. Multi-attack bikes, Inceptors, Whirlwind, and Lance Spear Storm. So it's got all the tools. This is kind of pointless. It's so expensive, and it's not even a max out squad. I would just ignore that. Get something else. You could actually just get 3 more attack bikes, and think of what you get for those 3 more attack bikes. You get 6 Melta shots instead of, you know, your 63 plasma shots. It's a lot better. And then condense one of these squads together, I think. Apart from that, it's grand, right? It's like, it's kind of... You've got the punchy characters, but then you also have catches in the fire. I'm guessing to go on one of the Relic Contemptors. Or the Bike Squad, I guess. So it's a bit weird. It could probably use a little bit of tweaking, I think, to get it to the optimum stage, but you should do okay. 2 wins. That's what I'm predicting. This guy, Kadzo, playing Tyranids. Kronos, Tyranid, Highgar, yeah, it's just a Tyranid list. Tyranid lists are starting to get extremely boring. You see they've gone back to the Gene Stealers instead of the Democarons, because Democarons just fucking die to add Mech and Sisters. They just get fucking blapped out of the sky. So gene stealers are slightly more utility in that they don't just instantly evaporate to chickens. They instantly evaporate to, you know, everything else. These factions stink, but can't do everything. And then double lictor for scoring objectives. And I think that's basically what this list has to do, is just kind of score, try to stop the other person scoring. Hive Guard are still good. Very shocking revelation for a lot of people, I'm sure. But Hive Guard fucking suck if they get bombed, and or if they get tagged. And Sister is very aggressive right now. They can easily just fucking kill everything you own and then run rampant through your lines. Death Guard won't give a fuck about Hive Guard, as we saw in a lot of games last season. Tyranids just kind of bounced off Death Guard a bit. And Admech, ignore AP 1 and 2, Transhuman. They don't give a fuck about Hive Guard either. They don't. Admech don't give a fuck about anything in this list. They would just fucking just blap through it because everything's a monster, shit like that. So yeah, Tyranids probably do quite well because Tyranids are still, I think, a decent 8th edition Codex faction. But if it comes up against a lot of Admechs, Sisters, Death Guard, it's fucked. Carl playing Drukari. Our Cabal of the Black Cart, we've got Drazar, Cabalite Warriors, Incubi, Scourges with Shredders, 2 Ravagers with Dark Lances, very interesting picks, and then 3 Raiders with some attachments on them, but not too many. And then we've got Cult the Cursed Blade, fuck knows what that does. A Succubus, but they're not a total murder Succubus. Bloodrise, Witches, Incubi, Mandrakes, for the forward deploy, obviously, and then another patrol of Cult Strife, because why would you do anything but take Cult Strife? Absolute murder Succubus, more Bloodbrides, Reavers, and that's a Dark Elder list. I think the most interesting thing is the Ravagers, the 3 Dark Lances, because when you think about it, these things are only like 45 points more than Raiders, something like that, and they have 3 times the Dark Lance shots. And if that's all you're using Raiders for, fine. You can still take some Raiders to transport things around. So I kind of like the Ravagers. Problem is, Ravagers fucking die. They're very flimsy, especially in meta right now. They're just extremely flimsy. So that's one drawback to them. And 3 shots is still not a massive density. They ain't no chickens, that's for sure. Chris Helgren playing Mechanicus because he's a filthy traitor to the Imperial Fists. We have a Mars Outrider of Balistarii. So this is one problem I see instantly, is he's gone Mars and he's taken Balistarii and he's gone for 1 squad of 4 instead of splitting the squad into 2 squads of 2. And the reason you would do this is the Mars dogma is reroll 1 dice when you shoot. So you want multiple small units to make the most out of that. And the other half of the Mars dogma is you get Canticles. Canticles, very strong for Skitarii units. There's one called Benediction of the Omnissiah. It gives you 1 free hit, wound, and damage reroll. Obviously extremely strong with las cannons. So, like, if you've got a group of Balistarii with Exemplar's Eternity, with Benediction of the Omnissiah up, you can be rolling all hit rolls of 1, plus 1 extra hit for Mars and 1 extra hit for Benediction, rerolling 1s to wound, and also 1 extra wound from Benediction, and then rerolling 1 damage. And that combination is what makes 2-man squads of las cannons have a 100% or near enough, I think it's 96% wound rate against anything in the game. Wound rate, not going through the invulnerable saves or whatever, but wound rate. And when you can do that on multiple small units, you can split the fire, you can move them a lot faster around the board. Very, very strong. He's got 2 squads of sterilizers, very interesting choices. Not sure why you would go for 10 sterilizers. They are pretty strong, but I think they're very one-dimensional. Phosphor torches are quite swingy. I guess if you're planning on playing a lot of other Admech that wasn't Lucius, sterilizers are quite good. Lucius, not so much. They're still saving on 4's base. Even with the -1 on the phosphor torch, they get +1 because it's just 1 damage. Double to Scorpius with Balros. Again, I don't like this. Scorpiuses are just not great anymore. Especially against other Admic armies, just get fucking bleat. Forge with Lucius with Marshall with the really extra cool super cover, and then we've got a Logi Manipulus with Solar Flare and the Transhuman. This is kind of a problem because you don't really want to be solar flaring this guy because then he's really out of position to do anything else the rest of the game. But then, as you'll see, he doesn't have that density of buffing characters, really, does he? Then we've got 3 squads, 1 squad of Rangers, just 17, small squad of Rangers, and then double Vanguards with arc rifles. Again, arc rifles is a weird pick. I'm not sold on the special weapons for Skitarii. They just make them a bit too expensive. Like, your While We Stand We Fights are now Ballistari, Sterilizers, and Vanguard. You get to choose, I guess, but still kind of a hard sell there for me. Then he's got a big squad of Infiltrators. He doesn't have the Fight Last on them, which is a massive mistake. Easily one of the most broken things in the game is Infiltrators with Fight Last. Crazy good. But yeah, it's an Admic list, so probably gonna make it to the final of the playoffs. Got Citronade. God, I need to hurry up. We've got Trajan, we've got Shield Captain, we've got 3 that's Dreads. 2 Achilles, 2 Galactus, Prosecutors, Vanetari, 2 Caladius, Null Maiden. We're starting to see the Caladius just come back for Custodes because they need more gun and less Dreadnoughts. Telemons are slightly too expensive, I think, now. I mean, actually, they're exactly how expensive they should be, but they're more expensive than where they were. And the other Dreadnoughts are kind of filling in the spaces. So that's why you're taking the other Dreadnoughts now. And it's just a very durable list, but still not durable enough. But that's Custodes for you. It's basically the only play they have. Why is my music stopped? God damn it. There we go. Okay. God damn it. Am I already 20 minutes in? Fuck. Sisters. Our first Sisters list, I think. Can't remember seeing one. We got Sacred Rose, which is not one of the strongest ones, I don't think. Canoness, Morven Val, Palatine. Oh, is Sacred Rose good for this sort of thing? The 20-man sister squads? I kind of like this. I really like the 20-man sister squads. I really hope they're really fucking cool. I really hope this works. Celsian Sacrosanct, Dialogus Dogomata, Hospitalier. Double Repentia, with no Repentia Superior. No, he's got one, yeah. Ooh, I was worried there. Seraphim, big squad of Retributors, another big squad of Retributors, and a Rhino. Cool beans. One thing I would say is you probably would have been better having a second detachment of Argent Shroud for your Retributors on patrol. Just because they're instantly better in Argent Shroud. But otherwise, I think the 20-man sister squads, genius. I hope they work out because I really like them. C-Mob, Plain Tyranids. I haven't been looking at any fucking names. God damn it. I don't think anyone's done a name. Haha, Food Captain Go Vroom. God damn, you guys suck. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna check. Okay. Fuck, where am I? Oh, C-Mob, Tyranids. Broodlords, One Lord, Gene Sealer. Oh, fuck, he's got a lot of Gene Sealers. What a madman. Venomthropes, Neurothrope, Hiveguard, Lictor, Excrene. Yeah, cool. It's the Kronos detachment you see all the time, and then for the Kraken detachment, you just gone lol, all Gene Sealers. Kind of funny, but there's too much volume of fire for Gene Sealers to work right now because you can only catalyst one of these squads, and then the other 3 squads are just gonna fucking die. Tough sell for me, Mr. C-Mob. Colin G playing Custodes. Trajan, Donald Jetbike, 3 squads Sagittarium, Praetor, Venisari, and then double Caladius again. Not that durable. I think this is going to struggle staying on the board, really. Without those Dreadnoughts to soak up... the Dreadnoughts basically act as taunt, and they soak up a lot of damage, which is why you take them. But this doesn't have really anything like that. Yeah, tough sell for me, again, Mr. Colin G. Colonel Sanders, the Waifu, that is a brilliant name, but you didn't name your list, so you're an absolute cuck. Keeper of Secrets, Selesky, Double Demonettes, Fiends, Seekers, and then we've got an Emperor's Children, Detachment of Demon Prince, Sorcerer, Noise Marines, Double Hellbrute. Why would you take Noise Marines and not take the new Dreadclaws? You absolute madman. Because you don't have enough, duders in these Noise Marine squads. Put them in drop pods, my dude. You don't need Hellbrutes. Hellbrutes fucking suck. Put them in drop pods. Just put them in drop pods next time. Corvin playing Soraya Tass. Missionary Morphin Val, Sisters, one big-ish squad. 2 normal, Dogma, Paragon, Repentia Spear, Double Repentia. Dominion, Zephyrim, Retries, what is this? Edward Chalice. Again, not the strongest for multi-meltas. Be better having a separate detachment, and I think you can afford it with some cutbacks. I think you can find the money. But you can see how much Sisters lists have really reduced in the volume of their units. Paragon Warsuits fucking suck, by the way. Absolutely terrible. Count Bowman playing Deathwatch. It's gonna be exactly the same. Captain, he has Relic Shield, Dominus Aegis, of course. Chaplain on bike with Litany Faith, Caliphate, cool. Primaris Librarian with all the cool things. Indomitor Kill Team with Aggressors. Weird. So expensive for just 5 Aggressors, basically. I don't know why you'd actually pay for that. I'm kind of trying to think of any like situation, but I can't think of one. The 2 Proteus Kill Team layouts that we've seen before. Leviathan Dreadnought for fucking some reason. And then double Redemptor with Macroplasma and 1 Relic Contemptor. This ain't it, Jim. I don't think. Not a massive fan. Leviathan Dread fucking sucks nowadays. With no 2 up to shoot kind of balls. And Deathwatch kind of needs the accuracy, I think. Creeper playing Dari, I think. Drukari, we've got an Archon, we've got Drazar. The Archon is one of the killy ones. Drazar is a Drazar. We've got Calabites, Trueborn with Dark Lances, 2 Blasters, bunch of Incubi, some Scourges, some more Scourges, Shard Carbines and Shredders. Double Raider, only Splinter Rocks on one of them, that's for the Cabalites, I'm guessing. And then we have a Custom Craft World for Expert Crafters for the reroll, and Masters of Concealment for something. Farsight Skyrunner, Warlock Skyrunner, because Doom is really good, and Protect and Jinx are also really good, because they continue to be extremely good powers. Squad of Dire Avengers, Squad of Shadow Spectres, Wraithblades, Warp Spiders, and then double Lynx. Lynxes are kind of cool. They will just die and they're quite expensive. They're very hard to hide because they're so big. But otherwise, they are kind of cool units. They're very hard to hide on the alpha maps, that's why I wouldn't personally take them. I would just take the equivalent points in like Falcons or some shit like that. Curie playing Admech. It's an Admech list. The name, he's not got a name, what a fucking boring motherfucker. I didn't check out his name recently either. There's been no names. You guys suck. No one's getting the prize. I reserve the right to give no prizes. Force World Lucius, he's got a bunch of extra things, which is how I'd make Sorry, how AdMech normally spend their command points now. We've got a Marshal with Exemplars, we've got a Manipulus with Solar Flare, and Artisans, and this is the proper setup, I think. You want your Solar Flare to be an okay character, but one that you don't mind losing eventually. And then we've got a Manipulus with all the buffs. And that's how you want it to be, in my mind anyway. Double Ranger, double Vanguard, all with Omnispecs, one with cover. Fulgurites, I don't really get Fulgurites, I think they kind of suck. But I can see some use for them, I guess. Coming out of Deep Strike with the 3d6 drop 1 charge, kind of cool. Infiltrators with the exploding 6s, Infiltrators with Fight Last, very, very strong, both of these. And then we have Ballistari with 1 las cannon, 2 auto cannon, 1 las cannon, 1 auto cannon, and then the same again. And then a Dune Rider because for the Electro Priests, I guess. I think it might have been better to take what's it called? Cartomatologist or something like that, the Warlord trait for the other Manipulus instead of the Dune Rider, because then you can deep strike the Electro Priest for free. Just a thought, and then that's 95 points you could spend on more Electro Priests. Because that'd be what, another 5, 6? Could be useful, or you could take more las cannons because las cannons are good. But overall, very standard AdMech list we're starting to see. Christopher playing Ultramarines. We've got Tiggy, we've got Tech Marine, we've got Infiltrators, Intercessors, 3 Redemptors, 2 Relic Contemptors, Volkite, Eradicators, and then we've got Rebute Gurleyman. Haven't seen Gurleyman in a while. Don't think he was in last season at all. Previous season, I think he was in one list. I just wonder that for 380 points, is his buff worth it when we have Morven Val running about doing her stuff for much cheaper? Just a comparison there. But yeah, apart from that, Tiggy's a very good caster. I don't know if he's worth it. And then a single Tech Marine to do healing and stuff. It's okay. It's okay. I think this kind of loses out a lot of board control. It doesn't really have anything fast either. You're just kind of hoping that your Infiltrators aren't going to die too early. Or you just start to lose board control very quickly. And I think that's what probably will happen. But an okay list otherwise. Demon Forge playing AdMech. All these classically non-Imperium players switching to AdMech really tickles my jimmies. Lucius, Marshal, Manipulus. Again, we've got the correct setup here, in my mind, the correct setup for the relics. Double Ranger, double it's going to be the same, isn't it? He split his Infiltrators, he's taking more las cannons, and he's taking some sterilizers. Fair enough. It's basically the same setup as Curie's, some minor tweaks to the layouts of the Infiltrators and stuff. Very standard, and more las cannons, but very standard sort of loadout you're seeing. No one's taken any Fistolins yet, and I'm kind of sad. I was gonna really want to take Fistbots. I was too scared though. We've got Tyranid list. It's gonna be the same as always. Kronos, Neurothrope, Tyrannosaurus, Hiveguard, X-Screen, and then Kraken. Blah 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 blah. It's Tyranids. The Kraken is kind of strange because he's gone for Tyranid Warriors with Enhanced Resistance. If you're putting Enhanced Resistance on Tyranid Warriors and not your Hiveguard are just going to fucking die. There's too many things that can just instantly kill Hiveguard, even if they're hiding behind cover. It's too easy to get to them, it's too easy to kill them. You need Enhanced Resistance on the Hiveguard for them not to just be dead. All it takes is like one squad of Blood Brides, one squad of Incubi. They will kill 6 Hiveguard, pile into the other ones, kill them in your turn. It's not hard for them. You need to ignore AP 1 and 2 and the Hiveguard to keep them alive. You don't need all these Tyranid Warriors being ignore AP 1 and 2 and then just dying anyway because Tyranid Warriors are fucking shit. Just food for thought there. Dallasina playing Night Lords. Night Lords? What a crazy man. Chaos Lord, Sorcerer, 3 squads of Cultists, Terminators, Raptors, Warp Talons, Venom Crawler, Helldrake. Cool. Very cool list. Mad Lad taking Terminators before their 3 wounds. Absolute crazy person. Combi Plasma Lightning Claws is an interesting setup there. He's got Combi Plasma on all of them, and then melts on these guys. Fucking crazy guy. This guy is kind of cool. I wish I was as cool as this guy. Unfortunately, I'm not. And it saddens me. 2 Helldrakes, very good for engaging all fronts those early turns while you move everything else up. This guy, he's built a lot for movement and movement-based secondaries, and I kind of like it. And also, being Night Lords, you're just a fucking extremely cool dude. Dalasina, he is a cool dude. Dothrevan, 1997. I'm guessing 1997 is in relation to when he lost hope for humanity. We have some Wolves. Wolves Luck. I don't think you had anybody. You've already lost a game. He's got Whirlwind Range of Born Heroes. Obviously didn't turn out that great. He's got Chapter Master, Librarian, Paramount Chaplain with all the usual things that Wolves take to make those guys super cool. He's got Assault Intercessors, Incursors, Redemptor, Wolfguard, Cyberwolves, T-Wolf Cav. Why do people keep taking Thunderwolf Cav? They are not good. Please stop taking Thunderwolf Cav. It's just strange at this point. Eliminators, Longfangs. Can Longfangs take an extra heavy weapon? That's cool, if true. Very, very cool if true. They could take an extra heavy weapon with a cherub and then in a drop pod. Kind of cool. 4 points missing there. You had 4 points you could have spent. I think there's probably somewhere you could have used those points. You're just not looking hard enough, mate. But interesting Wolves list. Longfangs, kind of funny to see. Thunderwolf Can, not funny to see at all. Data Hearst playing Death Guard. We have Harbingers. He's playing Terminus Est. In my mind, that is probably one of the best ways to play Death Guard right now. We've got Sorcerer and Terminator, another Sorcerer and Terminator, another Sorcerer and Terminator. We're all in us Sorcerers. Fucking let's go. Plague Marines, Poxwalkers. Weird to take Terminus Est and then take so many Plague Marines. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like a fucking bad choice, mate. Biologists, bunch of Blight Lords, bunch of Deathstride, and a Fall Blights one time, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, mate. This seems like fucking it's a very strange choice. Take Plague Marines when you could just take Poxwalkers. Like, cause you have 1, 2, 3. You've got 3 Heretic Astartes here. You could have easily taken another 2 squads of Poxwalkers instead. Strange, very, very strange. I don't begrudge you it, but very strange. Deep Gift playing Nids. Where are we at? 35. Jesus Christ, I'm so slow. Kraken, it's going to be the same as usual. This guy's going for Termagants with Devourers in Kraken instead of in... oh, he's got Demon Garen! Patrol Kronos, it's going to be the same as we've always seen. Yeah, and he's got Barb Hero Duel as well. This Tyranid list, I don't think they do very well right now with the Barbed Hero Duels and the Demons. I don't think that's the way to do it. Despier playing Sisters. We have Morvenval. We have Canoness, we've got Celestine, we've got Battle Sisters, Dogmata, Dominions with the Stormbolters, Retributors with the Heavy Flamers. What a madman. With 2 Cherubs, because you're always going to be able to fire these an extra 2 times, right? Right? And that's Ebon Chalice. And then we've got Bloody Rose for melee, we've got Canoness, we've got Palatine, we've got Battle Sisters, we've got Saracens, we've got Repentia. We've got Repentia Superior, we do indeed. Seraphim, Mortifiers, yeah, cool. Very cool. It's a Sisters list. It's got all the things you think you'd see. The Flamers are a bit of a shock, but not having Meltas will probably be not great. Devil Apple, he's playing Custodes. We have Shield Captain, we've got another one on Dawn Eagle. We've got 3 squads of Shield Guards, mostly Spears. Weird setup there. A very small squad of Valaris Custodians. Contemptor Achilles, 2 squads of Virtus Praetors, and a Talamon. This is a strange list. What am I missing? God, how strange. I wonder what the plan is here. Because with Custodes, you need to build for your secondaries. So his secondaries right now are Engage, Retrieve Octarius, and Well We Stand, and then Virtus Praetors are not hard to kill. This is just strange. What's with all the weird lists, guys? I haven't looked at anyone's name in a while. I'm just gonna presume there wasn't a good one. Dode, playing Tyranids. God damn, it's gonna be the same as we're always seeing. No, it's different. It's so different. We've got Old One Eye. We've got 3 Barbed Hydros. We've got a bunch of Carnifexes. Holy shit, that's a lot of Carnifexes. This list is gonna win. This is gonna win the entire thing. We don't need to look at any more lists. That's it. That's the winning list. That is big dick energy right there. Fucking Carnifexes? Jesus. Draco Dagger playing Salamanders. He's got a Chaplain on bike, he's got a Librarian, he's got Agrax Acatone. Cool. 3 Solid Setters, double Aggressors, Blade Garvets, Apothecary, Melta Bikes, Inceptors, Eradicators. Very cool. Salamanders, very standard. Melta and Flamer heavy list. Nothing really to go into there. Sisters list from Darion. Why do people keep taking Evan Chalice? Am I missing something here? Is Evan Chalice actually good? I was under the assumption that Ardent Shroud and Bloody Rose were the 2 ones that are good. Sisters, Preacher, Seraphim, an Exorcist. I guess that's 1 Exorcist just there for utility and firing out line of sight, maybe. And then we've got Multi-Melta Retributors. And then we've got Bloody Rose attachment of Celestine. Repentia. He's got Superior as well. Zephyr and a Rhino. My one problem with a lot of these sisters lists with the Repentia and the Superior is it's so telegraphed what you're going to do, like, because the buff is in the command phase, they have to be out the Rhino, so as soon as your unit leaves the Rhino, it's kind of guaranteed where they're going to be on the board from that point onwards. And your enemy has an entire turn to stop them doing what they want to do. Which is my main problem with that now. Okay, so we got Dread Revenge playing Custodes. We got a Terminator captain, we got a Dawn Eagle captain, and we've got 1 group of Custodian Guard, 2 groups of Sagittarians, Alaris, Quillons, Vexil Praetor, Virtus Praetor squad, and Talamon with Double Fist. Very interesting, very bad. Probably. Where's the shooting? There is no shooting. He's got 3 salvo launchers, and that's his only shooting, basically. It's going to be incredibly hard to win any game with that. I think it's just like you have to kill things to win the game. You have to be able to shoot things off the table. Iron Hands, we got Primus Chapter Master, Primus Librarian, Primus Tent Marine, Incursors, Infiltrators, Intercessors, Blade Guard Vets, Levy Dread, double Redemptor Dread, double Contemptor Dread, double Eliminators. Kind of cool. Its Iron Hands is probably the best shooting Marines list right now. The Dread Iron Hands lists kind of got outclassed by the Deathwatch ones, and that's only because for Iron Hands you need Psychic Fortress to actually go off. For Deathwatch you don't. You've got Dominus Aegis, which gives everything a 5-up, invulnerable pretty much all the time. But you don't have that as Iron Hands, so you have to have the Psychic Fortress go off to protect them. And that's a big fuck about. If you go second, they get line of sight, they kill like 2 or 3 dreads. Basically the game's over at that point. Like your Psychic Fortress means diddly squat if you go second or fail the cast. If you fail the cast, like you're just totally fucked. We've got Electro 522 with Custodes. Custodes again, just so many people playing them. Shield Captain Dawn Eagle, triple Sagittarians, double Contemptor Galactus, bunch of Venatari, so much Venatari, and double Caladius. Very standard list we're starting to see. Double Caladius, very, very strong right now. I think the gun is just really good, especially with AdMech chickens and raiders. It's just a really good gun into them. I've seen people take the palace actually for that sort of shit as well, and it's only 2 shots, but it's pretty decent for killing chickens. We got Elzar playing Soriatas. We got Bloody Rose. We've got Dialogus. We've got Superior, Katniss Missionary, Battle Sisters. Oh Jesus Christ, that's a lot of min squads of Battle Sisters. Just taking a multi-melta in 3 of them. Very interesting setup. Very, very interesting. I wonder how he plays those. Celestian Sacrosancts, this many is overkill. They are tough, but they just die. That doesn't make sense. What I'm saying is, they are tough if they are sitting in a rune protecting your characters with bodyguard, and they are the perfect counter charge unit for that reason. Very hard to kill in a 1-up save. As soon as you start using them aggressively and they're out in the open, they just die. Which is my problem with them. 30 Repentia, and then 30 Sephram. Cool, very cool. Very all-in. I guess that's why he's got the 3 min squad of Battle Sisters with multi-meltas. That's your anti-tank, which is those 3 multi-meltas. Which kind of fucking sucks if you went against 6-plane AdMech, or 3-plane AdMech actually. You basically have nothing to kill them. They can box you in. I mean, you could use the Zephyrim actually. You could use the Zephyrim to take them down, but they have the movement and the range over you. So it's interesting. I think this is kind of a Blood Angel situation where it's so all in, I don't think it works. And that's my hot take. Ember Gem playing Mechanicus. Again, more people switching to Mechanicus. A lot of the old time classic veteran players switching to Mechanicus because they're extremely boring people. I take back everything I said. This guy, he's got a name. It's a funny name. He's playing Agrippina. He's got double Manipulus. He's got 1 squad of Vanguard. He can take that. He's got 1 squad of Infiltrators with Fight Last. He can take that. He's got X101 because he's such a fucking good character for secondaries right now. He's got Serbi's Raiders because they're okay. He's got double Fuselav because it's pretty good, pretty good. Then he's got another Agrippina. And he's got double Sectoria Marshal. 1 with cover, 1 with fallback. This guy's also got Exemplar Eternity. And this is where his big squads of Rangers are. And this is where all his fucking chickens are. And this is where his 3rd plane is. It is a fucking mental list. Agrippina, very strange pick. I wonder if it's better than Lucius. I'm gonna say no, but I like that he's trying. He's trying it out. I take back anything bad I said against this before I reviewed it. Very, very interesting, actually. It'd probably do well because it's just AdMech. I wonder if Agrippina is just a little counter meta pick, maybe. Maybe. Where are we? Fairy Lord. I'll go up to 50, I think. Fairy Lord. Alpha League Space Wolf Test 5.0. God, you've done this many iterations of this list and you're still playing Space Wolves. Around the 3rd or 4th, I'd be like, fuck this army. Let's see what 5 iterations of this list has got you to. Chapter Master, Librarian, Primus Chaplain, very standard. Assault Intercessors, Blood Claws. Blood Claws I actually really like. They are fucking super cheap. And they are really killy for what you're paying for. Basically, Tactical Marines, but just combat focused. They're the Assault Intercessor version of Tactical Marines, and I think that makes them quite good in my mind. Incursors for forward deploy, double Redemptor, Relic Contemptor, because everyone takes this nowadays. Wolfguard, 3 squads 5. Again, I would probably just combine one of these so you can combat squad. That's just me though. That's just me, fam. Longclaws, you must be able to take an extra. Oh no, this guy's only got 4. Okay, so 3 graph cannons with multi-melta. I really like this. Grav cannons are really good into AdMech. Single multi-melta, kind of a good insurance pick as well, because you can fire your 3 grav cannons into Skitari and the multi-melta into chickens. Hopefully take down a big chunk of each. He's got the same on this one as well, and single drop pod for them. I like this. This is this is a good setup, I think. Probably would be better as Iron Hands, I'm just saying, but I really like that setup for Devastator squads in general. Very multi-purpose, very good at killing Skitari, because grav cannons do not give a grav cannons actually do better against Lucius if you are in the +1 to your armor saving throw doctrina. So it's kind of a cool give and take there. Very, very cool. Very cool. Flangus playing Blood Angels. Chapter Master Librarians, Hungry Priests, Solid Intercessors, Relic Contemptors, Twin Volkite. Probably better than the multi-belts we saw on the other fucking Blood Angels list for shooting. 2 squads of Sangard with axes on one of them. Very strange pick. 1 squad of Vanguard Vets, and then double Eradicators. 1 with heavy melta and a multi-melta, and 1 just normal melta, and a whirlwind. Probably this is a much better Blood Angels list than the one we saw last time. But again, thing I'm wondering is, would this not just be better as Iron Hands? As White Scars? And the answer is 100% yes. It would just be better as White Scars. Yeah. Blood Angels are in a very shitty place right now where everything they do is just better as White Scars, in my humble opinion. Jen Wilhelm playing Demons. We've got a keeper. We got Demonettes. We have, oh god, he's done it again. He's taken the big massive bird. No, that's not. Oh god, excuse me. Oh god, I'm not cutting this out. Oh my god, I'm sneezing. The pollen's really bad today. Zard Kniel is the massive keeper of secrets, right? I think. In whichever case, really cool to take that. I think he went from like 2 seasons ago where he took only the Lord of War Demon things to just 1, so he's making progress on his kill your darlings fucking problem. Then we got Cult Magic with Aramin, Demon Princess Inch with Astral Blast, Death Hex, Infernal Gateway, and Chaos Cultist. So Mortal Wound Battery, who knows battery. Kind of sucks that this army kind of just fucking collapses to AdMech. Like AdMech with any amount of planes just like flies over, boxes these guys in, mortal wounds them, and then when they try and do mortal wounds back to them to get them to fuck off, they throw up a 4-up feel no pain on the planes, and you can't do anything. But a cool demons list, dude. We got this guy called Glarg. I hear he's quite a cool guy. I haven't looked at any fucking names again. Demon Dance Party, kind of funny. I didn't crack a smile, but I smirked. If I've missed your epic name, you want me to go back and read it, so then, oh yeah, that was the best one so far. If I've missed your epic name and you want me to go back and read it, just fire me a message, and I'll do it. The Madman, what is he doing? God, what a funny guy this is. This is absolute fucking legendary. So I am playing Iron Hands Fire Raptors because I'm an idiot, basically. I've got double type marine. One's got the thing that makes him heal good, and he's got the Iron Stone for the -1 damage. Double incursors, company veterans, relic contemptor. That's a character. He's got double volkite, so he can be not shot because the company veterans will be standing next to him. Double fire raptor with quad heavy bolters and hell strikes, and then basically the same again, but single type marine incursors, more company vets, and another fire raptor with quad heavy bolters. And I don't know if there's that much I can say except for it probably just sucks. It just sucks. Fire Raptors are cool. They can kill one AdMech plane plus about 20 Skitari a turn. So that's kind of cool. If I go first, I beat AdMech. If I go second, I lose to anyone. So that's a problem. But anyway, that's just a dumb little list that I couldn't be bothered playing an actual... I'm not going to say I couldn't be bothered, because that's a lie. I didn't want to play AdMech because I was like... I'm playing AdMech in another tournament I'm playing, and I'm playing AdMech in real life to practice for LGT and the Nottingham GT. And I just didn't want to play another tournament with AdMech. I wanted to try something else. Not try something, I just wanted to have fun. Just wanted to have fun. So this is Glorak. He's not got a name because he's fucking shit. He's playing Custodes. We've got Dawn Eagle Captain, 3 squads Startarium, double Achilles, bunch of Anatari, and 2 Caladius. Starting to see a pattern here, my dudes. Double Caladius is back harder than ever. It's like we're back in the pre-Space Marine 2.0 era of 8th edition. With the Caladius just running rampant before it got slightly nerfed. I think the gun went from strength 8 to strength 7, right? That was the nerf that happened. Did it lose AP as well, actually? Can't remember. I think it may have lost 1 point of AP as well. But yeah, that's gonna be the 50 list we're gonna do just now, because I'm fucking knackered. Fucking lying here on my chair, I'm fucking tired. Reading all these shitty lists. No good names apart from one. You guys suck. I don't even know if it warrants a prize. I'm gonna go through the rest of them possibly tomorrow. No, I'm not gonna get all of them done tomorrow. I'll probably go up to Osa and then finish off the remaining 40, I think, the next day. But yeah, this has been fun, hasn't it? I mean, last season all we saw was Tyranid lists. Literally every second list was Tyranids. And I was fucking soul destroying. Don't know about you guys, but I was fucking bored of seeing Tyranids. Death Guard as well. Death Guard was fucking everywhere. I'm glad that it's not all Death Guard, but there have been a couple of lists. Custodes seem really popular still. I really don't like Custodes. I think they're so one-dimensional. Anyway, I just want to share some ideas I've been having with AdMech on you guys. So I play AdMech in real life. It's my main army, and a lot of people are on the Lucius Skitari blobs, and I can see why. They're very durable. But they normally go either pure Lucius with everything in the Lucius attachment, which is, it's okay, but you lose a lot of effectiveness on the chickens or on the Sicarans, I think. Or they soup in a Mars attachment for the chickens, which is also perfectly fine. You use a lot of CP. But what I'm telling you guys is, in a world where with Charadon coming out and Skitari have a 5-up invulnerable, do you really need to be Lucius? Wouldn't you feel better if you were Ryza? Wouldn't you feel really cool if your 20 Skitari Vanguard shot 60 times with +1 to wound, and then they charged and they punched someone 60 times with +1 to wound? Wouldn't that be fucking cool? Wouldn't that just like give you a big giant feeling in your belly that you'd just been a total badass? That's what I'm gonna do. That's my plan for the future. Fucking Skitari. They're gonna be the fucking thing. Ryza, Skitari, and Sicarans. Maybe even some fucking robots. I'm gonna go mad. I'm gonna go fucking mental. Okay, it's been an hour and 40 minutes and I'm fucking tired. Right, catch you guys on the flip side. Yeah, have fun. I'll be doing some appearances on the Alpha League stream commentating, I think, when I get time. Because I'm a big name in the Alpha League scene now, for some reason. So I'll be doing a few of that if you guys catch me on that. My unofficial Alpha League podcast will be starting every Saturday/Sunday starting next week. I'm just going to go through some of the results, see if what I predicted in some of these lists is true, and basically just wank myself off on how smart I am, basically is the plan. Ignore anything that I get wrong. But anyway, catch you guys on the flip side. I hope you have a lovely weekend playing some of your alpha games. I'll probably try and post a video tomorrow, which is Sunday/Monday for you guys, with the next batch of shitty lists reviewed. But until then, have a good time. Bye!